Welcome back to the Cricket Today Show, brought to you by TABTouch, who bring you daily sports markets covering every BBL match so you never miss a beat. I'm your host, Liam McAllion, also known as the Stats Guy, joined as always in somewhat of a bunker. We've got Leo Mullaly. How you going, Leo?
I'm not in a bunker.
It just looks, I don't know.
You look like you're in a little bit of a bunker.
Oh, I've got the Australia flag behind me. I've got good vibes here. Yeah, I've absolutely rattled him there. We've also got Marcus Bazzano. He's after a big Chelsea win, hopefully a big Aussie win over the weekend. How you going, mate?
Well, that's the plan, mate. That's the plan. Although I'm not liking Leo's lack of personality in his setup there. It's pretty plain at the moment.
You've got a soccer shirt in the background.
And a Mike Hussey punting.
Yeah, that's got to get cut out of the actual show.
Oh,
So this is all about
This man,
mate.
what a boy.
Oh,
Philip Hughes.
I'll Philip Hughes.
Anniversary, wasn't it, last
Marcus-
week? Last test match.
Marcus doesn't know about how this show gets edited, and that will be cropped out. So that's going to be.
He must be an audio listener, which is okay. You can listen to audio or YouTube. Before we get into it, feel every play and be right in the action throughout a massive Aussie summer of cricket with TABTouch. Huge show today, covering lots of cricket news, an intense third test between Australia and India preview. Lots to cover there. Most runs, most wickets, a few little stats about the Gabba and things like that. I'm a little bit worried though, lads. I've looked at the forecast. Not looking good. It's thunderstorms.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm praying that we can get some cricket on because I absolutely hate that. Usually the SCG's the washed out one, but hopefully the Gabba's okay.
Well, maybe it might be worth putting some money on the draw. I think the draw's paying like $12.
Really?
If there's going to be some thunderstorms around, might miss out on some days' play.
Yeah, not a bad shout. So we're going to cover the third test, some SuperCoach BBL, which obviously starts this weekend as the BBL14 Opener happens between the Scorchers and Stars. So we're going to cover all things that. And then, of course, we end with the fan questions and comments. Always some funny ones. Make sure you get in the comments and make sure you get around the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to the YouTube channel Cricket Today Show, as well as all the socials Cricket Today AU, and download TABTouch today. Imagine what you could be buying instead for free and confidential support. Call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. All right, that's the intro. Let's get into the quick single, lads. Leo's favorite segment. Let's go. First one I want to put in here, just a bit of a discussion. For the first time since 2015, Steve Smith isn't in the top 10 ICC ranked test batsmen. So
he still was when
I got no idea how. He's gone down 3 spots since the last test. How was he still in the top 10?
What's his average across his last 10 matches? It mustn't be much.
Not high. It'd be low 20s, I reckon.
Maybe less. So I think he was lucky to even be in there. And then just a quick question for you. You probably already checked it, but can you guys guess who's the number 1 spot in the world in the ICC batsman
Charrington.
Ranking? Who?
I haven't.
My mate Charrington.
No.
Harry Charrington Brook.
Oh, is that his name? Oh, that was his middle name.
I told you this on the show a couple of weeks ago that his middle name's Charrington. And good to see that you guys listen to me.
I've told you I don't listen to you, so yeah.
I was just going to say Kane Williamson or something. That was going to be my guess.
So it goes...
is it actually Harry? Is it actually
Harry? It is Harry.
Harry Brook,
yeah, wow.
Joe Root, which I don't mind Harry Brook, but Joe Root, I can't stand him, but good on him. And then Kane Williamson, number 3. So you weren't far off, Marcus, but Harry Brook, Leo's... biggest fan. Sorry,
best mate.
I was going to say Leo's biggest fan. Harry Brook is...
play battle of the number 5s. Who's better, Brook or Head?
Oh, Brook right now, but Head also has to carry... He has sore shoulders every match from carrying Australia, so I think...
Can we adopt Harry Brook as an honorary Aussie?
Oh, yeah, I think everyone in England and he would love that, yeah.
Well, mate, we would love that.
Of course we would.
Let's campaign it.
All right.
Get him in the Big Bash.
Why would
he's played in the Big Bash already?
No, but like this season.
Okay.
Yeah, we need some bigger international recruits in the Big Bash, I reckon. Next one in the quick single, Kuderman, fan favourite, training with the Aussie Test squad, may come in for the Sri Lanka tour. I saw Rochacholi and Todd Murphy, who have been training in the past, but the newest one is Kuderman. Who out of those 3 spinners, who would we want in, lads, for the Sri Lanka tour?
Murphy, probably.
Murphy and Kuderman.
I agree. I think Rochacholi is a bit less experienced. Murphy and both of them have dominated overseas, so why not? Yeah.
No, I know you want Zampa in there. So
I just love Zampa's antics, but when we delved deeper into it, Leo made some good points. Probably raised his voice a few times. I am leaning towards...
that he doesn't play red ball cricket at all.
That guy wants Paddy Dooley in the team.
I secretly want Glenn Maxwell, but that's obviously not going to happen either. if David Warner's saying you're not up for it, then he's the big man at the moment, so you can't
Well,
play.
if David Warner's saying he's not up for it,
Maybe he is.
Maybe he is.
That's a good point. Next one in the quick single, Jason Gillespie. We've talked to him up as the Pakistan coach. He just quit.
Talk to him.
I talked him up, I said. I wish we talked to him. That'd be cool to get on the show. He just quit as Pakistan head coach 2 weeks out from their South Africa Test tour. Lots of beef behind the scenes. He's not happy. He said in the interview today and yesterday, I didn't sign up for this. Those were his exact words. He wasn't happy. And in terms of the Pakistan cricket board, a lot of beef and unrest in the Pakistan camp. What do we think on that one, lads?
Wonder who's going to take over. Be interesting. But not good to see.
I think,
well, the South African, didn't they have their white ball coach step down not too long ago as well?
Yes.
South African. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
No, you're right.
But he was coaching Pakistan white ball and left as well. So
you got new coach, new manager bounce for South Africa and Pakistan.
That's
is that cancelling each other out?
No, not South. Stats Guy, you're a mug. There's a South African who was coaching the Pakistan.
Oh, sorry, you're right.
Who stepped down.
Stats Guy just says yes.
He did, mate. He has no
that
clue.
one happened. Yeah, I remember that
clue.
one. Oh, yeah.
No cricket knowledge about anything that leaves Victoria.
No, leaves Australia.
Stats Guy, you can say you're not sure. I don't know. Like in my head, I had no idea what Marcus was talking about.
During school and uni, I just go. Just nod the head. Just do one of those.
I could call that. I'll take that feedback and do it for the next show. Finishing off in the quick single, Glenn Maxwell and Aaron Hardy ruled out of the BBL opener with injuries. Obviously, two of the best SuperCoach BBL players, but not just that, just BBL players in general. Are we a bit gutted by that? Especially Maxi. We love watching Maxi here in Melbourne. What do we think about that? Not good.
Yeah, not great. I think Hardy's a bit closer to Christmas return as well, so he may miss their double in the second round. So he might be one to avoid in SuperCoach, but Maxi as well. Yeah, not just even as a Gades fan, like I love watching Maxi.
I've still got him in my SuperCoach team though. I'm going to keep him warming up on the bench. Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Because he's too expensive to bring in after round one.
Yeah, but he's not playing.
Get rid of two players.
Yeah, he's not.
He's too expensive. I can't get rid of anyone. And then bring him in. You get my name?
I get what you mean, but that seems like a waste of...
You don't bring him in, then.
Maybe you just shut up, Leo.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So
I've got to have the Maxi in. Come on. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT of the short format.
That is funny, just bringing him in. He's team morale, is he, Marcus, for your SuperCoach team? Team morale.
Yeah, he's just there to drive the golf carts around for the other boys.
I like it. Leo, on that, we check out the socials cricket today. You did a short versus head. I think short's the most expensive player, 304,000. Sorry, not short versus head. Short versus Hardy in the SuperCoach BBL. Hardy's obviously a lot cheaper at 177, but now he's out till Christmas. Are we just easily leaning towards short now? Like, even though he's really expensive?
Well, I had both, but yeah, definitely got rid of Hardy. I think I brought in Seifert and Inglis.
I brought in Inglis as well. Yes. Yeah.
Hardy.
Yeah. Do we think Seifert's going to do well? I think both of you two have him. So
I had him in, but
I'm a bit 50-50.
I've altered my team around, so I don't have him.
I would go Wade or Warner, but they just don't have a double for ages, and I just think Seifert, even if he just gets one big 60, then. Yeah, he'll go up in value.
Yep.
It's a bit of a tricky one because, I'd much prefer having Wade or Warner in my team.
No, fair call. We'll touch on more SuperCoach BBL later in the show. Let's get into the biggest part of it. Australia versus India, third test preview at the Gabba. Fingers crossed we get a lot of cricket because I did have a look at the weather and it's not looking too good. Obviously, 1-1 heading into this match. Australia dominated the second test. India dominated the first one. Are we back on track? Are the Aussies going to be okay, lads? Or is this going to be very similar to the first test?
You never know so far this series. You got the best of both worlds from both nations, haven't you, really? Yeah. So India smashing the first test and Australia the second. But Australia's record at the Gabba is promising. So hopefully we maintain that. It
is, which I was going to touch on. Australia had 33 years without a loss till 2021. And then went on to lose to India the last time they played. So India are 1-1-5 at the Gabba, 1 win, 1 draw, 5 losses. But that 1 win was when they had all these younger guys coming through in 2021, and that was the last time they played there. So they'll be pretty confident. And then Australia obviously started this year when Shamar Joseph decided to become God. They won in, January this year. They won there as well. So Australia, although we had a really good record there, are we a little bit worried because the last couple of times we've played there against some bigger teams, we've lost?
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried. Definitely. I think
Shaken.
India, I know we obviously got one back on them from last test, but they were really good with the red ball in Perth, and if the rain stays away, same threat could be prevalent.
Prevalent. Oh, nice word.
I forgot my English for a second.
That's all right. Australia as well. We haven't won back-to-back tests against India since 2014. So I don't know. I'm a little bit worried. I still think it's going to be like a 2-all sort of series. And if this test goes ahead through the rain and things like that, I don't know. I'm tempted to lean towards India.
Whoever wins this has got one hand on the trophy, don't they?
Yeah.
This match
That's some analysis right
there.
this match is huge. This match is massive.
Yeah, it is.
They call me David Warner.
Test match when it's 1-1 is massive.
I'd still rather listen to Marcus than David Warner. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say me.
You're both better than David Warner, but that's not saying much. I don't reckon. But yeah, let's get into some predictions for this one. Most runs, most wickets, prediction, and a big call. So the most runs, I'm just going to touch on. Shubman Gill made 91 and Pant made 89 in that amazing last test there.
Still in my line, stats guy.
Oh, I put it in there. Well, you can talk about it if you want.
Well, are we going into a prediction, or
sure.
Are you just going to fluff around a little bit?
Okay, we always fluff around. Go into it, Leo. Most runs.
Most runs. It's only one man.
Ooh.
The Shub man. Shubman Gill.
The Shub man.
One man.
What is a Shub?
Mate, he's the man. He's going to dominate. He looked really confident and promising at the start of both of his innings in Adelaide.
Yep.
But I think he's going to go on with one of those starts here, and I think he makes a big century at the Gabba. As you mentioned, 91. Was it last match they played at the Gabba? He made 91.
Yeah, correct. Last match. Yep.
He's just really confident on the drive. I think our bowlers have worked him out a little bit. Like, they do consistently bowl full because he is aggressive. He's either going to nick off or maybe one gets through the gate. But I just think with the extra bounce that's typically at the Gabba, a lot of those balls might miss his bat or miss the stumps, so he might have more chances to bat a deeper inning. So on the Shub man, let's do it.
I like the analysis and the new nickname, the Shub man. That's trying to rattle me a little bit. I don't know
it's not even a nickname; it's just his name.
Yeah, but you're saying it weird. You got a dash in between his name there. All right, Marcus, what do you got? He's gone the Shub man. Who are you going?
It's hard to look past Travis Head if you're going anyone from an Australian point of view.
Yeah.
He averages 50.3 at the Gabba, despite getting a king pair earlier in the year.
Jeez.
So he got a king pair at the Gabba earlier in the year, but still averages 50. Work that out. He's a freak.
That's crazy.
And I just think, his form leading into this match. I think the occasion speaks for itself. He's an occasion man. Loves playing against India as well. So Travis Head for me, if anyone's going to do it from Australia.
Yeah, I like
Headmaster.
Yeah, Headmaster. That Leo's your favourite nickname there. I'm going to go Rishabh Pant. Similar vibe to Leo, how Shubman Gill was awesome. Rishabh Pant was just amazing. That was the first time we could not get him out. It was impossible. He was doing ramp shots. He was just closing his eyes and swinging, and everything was just working for him. I reckon he's going to take that confidence into this test. Had 89 runs last time. The other thing, I saw the pitch. I know it's very early, but it's a very green deck. Similar to Travis Head, he's one of those guys that can hit through the line a bit. And even if it is a green deck, they can play a bit more attacking and stop those bowlers from getting the wickets. So Rishabh Pant for me.
He won't even care that it's a green deck.
Nah.
He would rock up and there'll be cracks the size of I don't know what.
Like the Mitchell Johnson bowling.
He'll be playing his shots like no tomorrow. But yeah, I like that call. It wouldn't really be a runs prediction for this test match without us including Rishabh Pant. I think he's been included every.
He hasn't lifted for us yet though.
He looked promising in the first test, but I just think that shows how honestly how scared we are of him. We know he can score big, and even if he does have those innings where he does nothing and gets himself out, like every time he goes out to bat, you're like, this guy could make a 150 off 150 and we're cooked.
Yeah. No, it's very similar.
You can't really say that about many batsmen.
No, the only two batsmen you can say in this series that are like that is Head and Pant, who I think are the two better batsmen. But Rishabh Pant, I feel like Travis Head can take it easy at moments, whereas Pant just goes, full hammer and tongs, as Jim would say on NBA Australia, every chance he gets.
It's like, I'm going to invent a new shot every ball.
Actually, last time he's gone the reverse ramp shot sweep thing. What's he going to do this test? Do you think? Is he going to go through his legs?
That's not Test cricket, lads.
And then you got
going.
Marcus's dad going,
That's just not
"See,
cricket.
son, that is not what a hard man is."
That's not cricket.
It's just not cricket, lads. All right, most wickets. Just want to touch on Stark is the fourth. Yeah, Starkey is the fourth most wickets at the at the Gabba, and Lyon is the third most wickets at the Gabba, behind McGrath and Warren. So you've got some good pedigree there. So most wickets. We'll start with Marcus this time. Who are you going most wickets, mate?
Look, I want to go someone from both teams. If Bumrah plays, it's going to be Bumrah for India. That extra bounce, I think, is just
so good.
So much trouble for the Aussies because he normally gets it on a good length, and if he gets that extra bounce already, some of those Aussie batsmen in particular, we're looking at you, Steve Smith, are going to be in and out of playing front foot, back foot shots. So Bumrah for me, but also a little shout out to the Hoff.
Ooh.
He comes back into the team. Obviously, the team hasn't been announced yet, but he's got 37 wickets in 8 matches at the Gabba. He's pretty good. And he's very economical as well, so he builds that pressure for the other bowlers as well. So if he doesn't get them, he'll lead to someone else getting them. Yeah,
on Bumrah, it looked like, similar to Hazlewood, they both look fine in the... I saw Bumrah was bowling leggies and offies at training, and then an hour later, he was just steaming in. So I think he'll be fine. And then Hazlewood the same. I saw an article today from Yahoo. Don't read your cricket articles on Yahoo. It came up on Instagram.
We're gonna bring it up on a podcast.
So I'm just saying, they said Nathan Lyon's not playing, and then in the article they said, it's probably Boland. I was like, you little clickbaits, they're just annoying.
I didn't even know Yahoo existed anymore.
It came up as like a sponsored ad, I think, because I follow cricket and things like that. I've never been on Yahoo till today.
Follow Yahoo.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't.
That's guy confirmed Yahoo supporter.
I haven't heard Yahoo been brought up since Club Penguin.
Club Penguin, or like Bing. Does anyone use Bing? You know, that search engine.
Bing.
That used to explode. All right, Leo, who are you going for most wickets?
Most wickets. I'm a bit nervous to say this after you said it was a green deck, but Nathan Lyon. I thought the Gabba might be a little bit more.
It has,
bouncier.
You know, when you see the deck early on in the week and it's always pretty green. That's the first thing I saw. So we don't know if by tomorrow it could be a little bit drier and good for Nathan Lyon.
And also hearing that there's rain about makes me question this prediction as well, because it'll lead into my big call, which we'll touch on in a sec. But I think there's going to be some big innings in this game, and I think Lyon's going to be required to bowl more overs, and I think play a bit more of a part with his overspin as well. I think hopefully a few catches at short leg would be good to see.
He bowled 102 overs last time we played India at the Gabba.
What?
He bowled 102
That went
overs.
to day 5, didn't it?
Yes.
He had an average of 37.4. However,
not ideal. I think Pant was hitting him about.
That's right. And so he's could he go from 1 over to 102 overs in the space of 5 days? That would be pretty cool.
Then he might take the most wickets.
Why don't we open the bowling with Nathan Lyon? Open the bowling. Him and Marnus.
Because green deck.
This is why you have negative ball knowledge.
I'm not a cricket coach, boys. It's all right. All right, let's finish off with a prediction and a big call. So prediction, who's going to win? And then I want something big. I'm trying to see if there's anything big.
Did you say who's going to get the most wickets?
Oh, no, I probably should, eh? No one wants to hear from me. No one wants to hear.
Probably should, eh, mate? Yeah, we're just going to talk about who's going to get the most wickets in this game at the Gabba. A bit of 4x gold in me while I'm watching the game there.
No, I'll say mine. Sorry, boys. Most wickets, Pat Cummins for me. Similar reason towards Hazlewood, where Marcus picked him. He's got 40 wickets, Cumdog, in 7 matches at the Gabba. He averages 18, he has 18 wickets across these last 3 tests there.
Averages 18 wickets, Jesus Christ. That's a good outing.
If he averaged 18 wickets there, he's the GOAT. But no, he's really, really good at the Gabba. I think, it's going to be swinging a bit. If it's a bit of overcast and they get on in between round and things like that, he's going to be hooping it and he's going to be cutting off the seam. And I think, Cummins is going to get lots of wickets. So he's my most wickets. All right. Sorry, I jumped the gun there, lads. Let's go into the prediction and a big call. So prediction, who's going to win? And then big call. I want something big. Something really big. So let's go.
You haven't put anything in yet.
Yeah,
you're not used to that stuff.
Neither is Marcus.
I'm off the dome, mate. That's just what I do.
I'm the only one that's put in a big call here.
That's all right.
I'm off the dome,
Mr.
mate.
Big Shot. You go first, Leo.
I think India win back with the red ball.
Okay.
And just having, I don't know, there might be a little bit of a mental side of things having beaten us at the Gabba last time they were here. And I think both teams make over 350.
350.
350. I think
Really?
Well, I wrote this in before the rain.
Don't worry about the rain. Don't worry about the rain.
Okay, don't worry about the rain. Yeah, they can play during rain.
I think I had a quick look while you mentioned the rain before. I think it was predicted 0 to 7 mils on day one.
Mm.
And then I think after that, I think we'll pretty much be good to play cricket. I think it's only like 0. I think it's like 0 to 2 mils or something. So it's not going to affect the game too much.
I'll stick with my big call. I just think it's a big call because only like every first innings, like the team's out for 180, 200. Like,
ooh.
I reckon we can.
No, it is a big call.
We'll see some batsmen bat for long periods, and that goes into my Nathan Lyon.
Test cricket's not like that nowadays, mate.
Yeah, we got to slog from ball one. We got to play Bazball, boys.
Well, they could still slog, but they'll score over 350. That's.
I'd love to see that. I want to see some more high scores and
same. Dig deep.
Even get to day 5 just to shut up Michael Vaughan
and your dad.
And my dad.
That means we might have to listen to Michael Vaughan longer, though.
Yeah,
there's swings and roundabouts.
That's a good point.
I know you guys say I change my mind a lot. That man, Michael Vaughan, loves changing his mind on the commentary. Can't stand him.
Are you the Aussie Michael Vaughan? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, I'm not as skilled on the cricket fit, just behind him. But other than that, yeah.
Was he was a good cricketer, but was he like a good cricketer?
He was captain of England, so you have to be pretty good.
Not that hard.
It's not that hard to be the captain of England.
No, he was probably never the best in his team, but also in his era.
They didn't have that great a team, I feel.
They won a few tests against Australia, didn't they?
They had Freddie.
Freddie was he more?
Hey, Leo, I don't want to back up an Englishman, but what did he have? Average of 42, 1800s and 1850s. That's pretty damn good.
Average of 40. Okay, I take it back. I think it's because growing up, they show a lot of Shane Warne highlights, and it's just him
bowling out Michael Vaughan,
making Michael Vaughan look like an absolute fool.
But Shane Warne made everyone look like an absolute fool.
Not me.
Yes, you haven't faced him yet. No, I'm joking.
I have.
You faced.
Test cricket, the game.
Oh, true. I used to play Ricky Ponting.
I smacked him around.
All right. What's your prediction in big call, Marcus? Off the dome.
My prediction is going to be Australia win. I know India were one of the two nations to beat us at the Gabba since 1988.
Oh, yep.
But still, that record is incredible. And it's hard to go against that.
Yep.
And I just think hopefully we'll bring some momentum in from Adelaide. So I'm going to go Australia win, although I'm not confident on that one. But my big call is going to be huge because it's going to be a big call that is going to be predicted before a ball is even bowled.
So that's what they all are.
Yeah.
No, but like my prediction isn't about during the test match.
Okay.
It's going to be...
All right, what is it?
It's something that's going to happen before a ball's been bowled, and that is come dog rested.
Oh,
he's going to be rested for the Gabba Test.
No. Why?
Oh my god.
Why would he be bested?
Bested.
I said
Boland, because we got Boland. You already got B on your mind, mate.
I hope
Boland.
I hope that the team is announced before this podcast goes up.
Oh, I hope not, because I was
going to look like an absolute mug.
I was also talking about Cummins in most wickets, and I may or may not mention him in big call, so I hope he bloody plays.
He's not. He's
the captain of Australia, Marcus. That is a big call, to be fair.
Is that where we'll touch on a comment from our Instagram now? Tom Clark, friend of the show.
Yes.
Just Cummins rested. Turn it up, Marcus.
Turn it up
right now. No, turn it up. He's against you.
He's against you. He's saying turn it up, mate. What are you talking about?
Shut up, Tom Clark. Well, he doesn't know ball, mate.
Tom knows ball. I think Leo and I are on Tom's side of this one. Oh my god, you're shambles. My prediction is Australia win. I'm on Marcus's side. I think we roll India in this one. It's gonna be really close. I think it will go 4 or 5 days. Just this will be a bit more of a traditional test match, and I reckon we could see big scores like Leo mentioned. The big call, you can judge if this is a big call or not. Cummins is going to get a 5 and a 50 in this match. I reckon the lower order have actually been batting pretty well. And Cummins, he saved us on a few occasions over the last couple of years with the bat, even in ODIs, 2020, maybe not 2020s, but definitely in ODIs and Test cricket. I reckon he's just going to fire up. He's like, I'm the skipper. I can do it all. I'm going to make some runs and get some wickets. So
I really like that big call.
There we go.
Guy.
Thank you.
That is a very good big call.
There we go. Thank you very much, Leo. That's the first time you've ever said that, I reckon. There we go. All right.
Well, giving you a compliment.
Yeah. yeah. I reckon that's the first time on the show that you've given me a compliment. He's got nothing for me. All right,
He's waiting for a response. You're not getting one, mate.
That's all right. That's all right.
Cut that part out, Joe.
No, leave it in. All right, before we get into round one of the BBL covering the Scorchers and Stars and all things Supercoach, make sure to check out TABTouch for their sports markets, which cover every BBL match this season. Got the touch? Download TABTouch today. Think, is this a bet you really want to place? For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. All right, lads, SuperCoach BBL for round one. We're going to be doing a lot of SuperCoach. We absolutely love it. We've been posting lots of shorts. We're going to be posting some teams every few weeks or so. And lots of clips in the show. So let's get into it. The first lockout for SuperCoach BBL is 7:15 Sunday night. You can have unlimited trades till then. How many trades have you guys made? I've made about 252 already, I reckon.
252. No, I've kept the same team, mate.
Have you actually?
Yeah.
Surely not.
Mystic Leo. I knew Hardy was injured weeks ago.
Yeah, Maxi's out. Obviously, Hardy's out. We've got a new flexi position as well, which is going to be in the SuperCoach BBL as well as the SuperCoach AFL. So we're excited for that. Bit of an explainer for the flexi position. You select a 12th flex player from any position. Your team now consists of 12 starters, and you have best scoring points from your best 11 each round. So usually you have 11 people on your field that score. Now you've got 12 people that can score, and the top 11 are going to be scoring towards your total points. Does that make sense, lads?
Makes sense.
Makes sense?
Makes sense for me.
Yeah. Who do we think is a good flexi option? Or I think a big scorer is a good for a flexi option because then you're guaranteeing that your flexi has points, and then they can replace someone else.
Well, I think you got to put in someone that doesn't have the double, though.
Yep.
Because I think if you put someone in there that has the double, then it's a bit, meaningless because they're going to score big anyways. They're going to be in your best scoring players anyways. But I've gone Tall Paul as my flexi.
Don't mind
for round one.
I'm going Jamie Overton from the Strikers. He was the second or third most top scorer last year, which was
third most top scorer.
Yeah. Who are you going, Leo?
I've got Spencer Johnson in there at the moment, but considering rotating and putting Finn Allen in there.
Oh yeah, actually, no, don't mind that. As Marcus mentioned, that you might as well, load up on the teams that have double game weeks and the players that have double game weeks. The Stars and the Renegades, so both Melbourne teams have the double game in round one. So make sure you load up on that. I think I've got 3 or 4 players from each team. Marcus probably has about 5 from each team, I reckon.
I think I have 5 Renegades and 4 Stars.
4. I don't have that many. Maybe I need to put.
I have 4 Gades and 4 Stars, but 2 of those Stars are on my bench.
Yep. I'm guessing Harper's one of them on your bench. He's a bit of a cash cow. Talking about cash cows, let's get into it. The cash cow little segment we've got here. Heading into the season, you got to make sure you got a few cash cows because as Leo mentioned in our Cricket Today AU socials, you can get some cash cows that are going to make you a lot of money. Who are you starting with, Leo, as your cash cow?
I'm starting with myself.
What?
The big puppy.
No, you're the average size puppy.
Average size.
$84,200.
Stoinis, yep.
Stoinis. That is, mate, if people don't know who the big puppy is, then
just say it.
They're streets behind, mate. I just think, look, he was this price last season, wasn't he? And he didn't do anything, which is evident through this price. Oh, he's
the skipper of the Stars as well now.
He's got to step up.
He's going to slot in the top 4 of batting. He'll probably bowl himself. Surely he's at 200,000 by the end of this season. He's got to be, right? If he's not, then what's he doing?
No, I maybe not. Possibly 200,000.
He's good enough to be 200,000.
He's good enough to make a lot of money even early. Even if he has a few good games, and then you're going, I could upgrade, double. And he's got the double, so he should go up a lot even after round one. So I really like that as a cash cow. Marcus, who are you going for your cash cow?
Yeah, look, I'm going to go Tim David. 72,000.
Tim David,
this is an hour.
That's a risky one
for the Canes. It's only 72,000. Look, he wasn't great last season. He definitely underperformed.
He was horrible.
But I just think that there's something about him this season. He needs to step up in terms of his claims for being in the Australian squad. Mm-hmm. He had a good series against New Zealand. That was a long while ago. But he is in somewhat good form in the 20 short format comp. But if you want someone who's at a little bit more value, if you don't like that one, boys, I know.
Yeah, but you can do what you want.
I know this bloke is still 132,000. So can you call him a cash cow? But I think considering the points he's going to score, he's going to go up to 180 at least, almost 200. I reckon this season. That's Will Sutherland.
Yeah. No, I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
He's going to be great. Dual position player, bat, ball. Double round for round 1 this week. Get him in.
Is he? I think he's a test leading into the first round. What I heard a couple of days ago. Don't know if there's an update.
Yeah, if he plays,
I don't mind it if he plays.
He's a lock if he plays.
He's going to captain. He's going to captain as well.
Yeah.
His sister was unreal recently in the game against
she's
in the ODI game against India, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's incredible.
Yeah, she gets wickets, gets run. Yeah, awesome. She made a ton actually for Australia. So that was awesome. My cash cow here is Sam Constas. Obviously on the really, really cheap end, hasn't played a lot of professional cricket, but 39,500. Leo's not happy with this one. I just think outside of Davey Warner, there's not many guys that have to make some runs for the Thunder, and I think he's going to step up.
I just think. Are you going to start him in your team?
No,
then I'm fine with it because I'm the exact same.
Yeah, you can have a cash cow that sits on your bench for 4 weeks and then they make heaps of money. That's my theory there. I reckon even if he makes what would his break even be? Actually,
13. I've just checked.
Yeah, 13.
He only needs to make 13.
He's going to get that every single week. Just say it goes up to 20 or things like that. He'll easily get 13. I reckon.
Look, I've actually got him in my starting. Team. Well, with the flexi this year. If he has a bad game and doesn't live up to the hype, he doesn't get counted towards the score anyways. So, that also because I've got a couple of players who are injured on my bench as well is the reason why he's in. But
it could be worth the risk, like Marcus is saying. Just say he makes a 50, which he could because he's so talented and he's making hundreds of 50s every single game at the moment. But if he gets a duck, he probably will be your worst player. So it's definitely a risk. I'm going to start him on my bench just because I know he's going to make some cash. Then I don't have to worry about his score. But yeah, 39,000. You have to put him in your team. There's not many 39,000 players in SuperCoach that are going to play every week. Going to play every week.
We'll play every game.
And the Thunder's batting lineup's horrible, so he'll be playing.
I think he's the best cash cow because even if the Thunder batting lineup wasn't horrible, of course they're going to play him. Him and David Warner batting together. That's a marketing dream. that gets people talking about the Thunder. You got the wonder kid Constas batting with. The old bull, David Warner. Like that. 100% that's going to happen. They're going to have Nick Maddinson play over him.
Leo, that is a very, very good point. Good marketing there. They'll get people through the gates just to see those two bat together. All right, that's the cash cow segment. Get around Constas. We got Big Puppy and Will Sutherland or Tim David. We'll see. He could fire. He could fire.
70K, mate.
He might get up to 74. Yeah. Captain's call. We're going to finish off for the SuperCoach BBL segment. Who are you going, Marcus? I'll start with you.
One person that I'm kind of stealing Leo's thunder here, but I have got him captain in my team at the moment is Tom Curran.
Oh, no.
Double game round, dual position player, new to the Stars. Look, he's going to be... He's probably like one of the most exciting players that the Stars have. Mm-hmm. They got a lot of exciting players. You're talking about Bo Webster, Glenn Maxwell, Marcus Stoinis, all dual position players as well. But just because injury clouds with Webster and Maxwell, it's going to be Tom Curran for me.
Don't mind it. He's very experienced as well. Like he's been playing in these sort of comps for ages. He was the villain last year when he ran into the umpire. I still don't like him, but he's changed his team. He's trying to have a new look. I saw an interview he had yesterday saying, I don't know why I was the villain. Mate, you ran into an umpire. Just calm down. Captain's call, Leo. You've changed your mind. You can still stick with your guns.
No, I've changed my mind because just for vibes this.
All right.
Well, with a captain, they boost your score. So I'm going with the Roost.
Oh, the Rooster.
That was shocking.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Edit that out, Joe.
How do I get him out of the show?
Leave it. I'm proud of it. Oh,
you shouldn't be.
I just reckon, why not? Like, my team name is Roost and Boost. What are your team names, by the way?
Actually, we haven't talked about that. I've got Renegade Masters.
Oh, that's
you know that song?
Build him a statue.
That's better. That's good.
Build him a statue is good. Yeah.
So surely you picked Scott Boland then?
He's too busy playing for Australia, mate.
Yeah,
he's too good. He's too good for this league.
Fair.
He is too good for this league.
I just think Jake Fraser McGurk. I think he's around 128,000. Double match week in round one. Short. This one epic score, and mate, he's gonna go up in price. So
don't mind it. I think that's a little bit riskier than picking an all-rounder, but if in terms of batsmen, that's...
Well, I was going to go Tom Curran.
You still could have.
Old Dodo there took it.
Mate, Tom Curran's got, in his last 2 games against the Scorchers, so he plays in round one, scored 113 and 99.
I know, mate. I wanted to pick him, but Stats Guy threw to you first.
Well, blame Stats Guy.
You both can pick the same thing if you really want to.
No, we're offering differing opinions
All right,
here.
I'm going to go different as well. Will Sutherland. I hope he's okay to play. From the last thing I saw, it said he's a test, but I think he will play because he's the skipper. They really need him, the Renegades. He's got the double.
The
Chief. Yeah, absolutely. The Chief too, and we absolutely love him. He's just been getting better and better and better. That's why he's the skipper now. He's going to be bowling 4 overs. He's going to be batting. The Renegades go so hard at the top. You got Josh Brown, you got Fraser McGurk. That even if he bats in the middle to lower order, Will Sutherland, he's going to get a bat and he's going to have to go from ball 1. So I think he's the perfect captain choice if he does play. I remember last season I was still iffy if he was taking that next step, and I didn't have him in my team from the start. But this time I'm like, he's got the double game, he's stepped up, and he's been killing it for Victoria and things like that. So yeah, he's my captain, and you have to pick the Melbourne players this week as your captain because of the double game for round 1. All right, that's SuperCoach BBL for round 1. We absolutely love that. Let's get into the actual game. So the first match is 7:30 on Sunday night. That's Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Scorchers versus Stars for the BBL14 Opener. Some big names are out. As we've mentioned, you got Hardy out, you got Maxwell out, but the Scorchers still have just unbelievable depth. And then some Stars players need to lift, like the likes of Stoinis before some of their international players come in. So what do we think is going to happen here, lads? Is this going to be a bit of a whitewash? What do you reckon?
I think it might be.
Oh,
yeah.
The Scorchers are so good.
Big match. Yeah. We'll see. Are we going straight into most?
I'm happy to go straight into it. Most runs for this one for between the Scorchers and Stars. It is at the Furnace, Optus Stadium. They call anything over there. They call the Furnace with the Scorchers. Who you going, Leo? I'll let you go first.
Thank you. I think Finn Allen, obviously the Kiwi, is joining the Scorchers for the first time this year. Really explosive top order batsman, and I don't really rate the Stars bowling all that much.
Agreed, yeah.
Even particularly the new ball bowling. He's a very hit and miss player, Finn Allen. I do have him in my SuperCoach team, but the main reason for that is because he's playing the Stars, don't rate their bowling, and then they have a double week in match week 2 or round 2, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I think he can make a big score.
Yep, no, I like that. Marcus, who are you going? Finn Allen?
No, most runs. I'm going to go with Josh Inglis.
Oh, that's what I was going to
go. He's in my SuperCoach team as well.
Like
he's my keeper, so praying that he makes some runs.
Yep, no, I think he'll make some runs. It was going to be my choice as well. Stuff it. I'm just going to go the same as you. I think in terms of no Hardy, I think Inglis has to step up. I'm allowed to do that. Like I said before, you don't like that, Leo?
No, you can do it. You can do it. Do what you want.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, Josh Inglis for most runs, most wickets. Who? I wonder who Leo's going to choose. His favourite man, the guy that gets injured, high-fiving. Who you going, Leo?
Cooper Connolly.
It's only one man, Jai Richardson. He's going to absolutely tear it up. If he doesn't play, it'll be AJ Ty.
Oh,
Mr. Death bowling wickets. Mr. Experience. Wow. Who calls him Mr. Experience?
You take 2 people and you pick my most wickets.
No, you can say AJ.
That's what you get. That's karma.
Well, mine's going to be AJ Ty. He's probably the best in my opinion. Throughout the whole Big Bash, he's probably been the best Big Bash bowler.
I think he's second in wickets ever
behind Sean Abbott.
Yep.
I just think Andrew Ty. It's more exciting bowling in Perth, isn't it?
It is.
Bit of extra pace, bit of extra bounce. He has a great slow ball as well. He's got some good change-ups. So, AJ Ty.
He always wears the funky socks as well. You can go on his Instagram. I don't know why I'm shouting as it is his Instagram, but he has a poll before every Big Bash game of what socks he should wear. He's got 100 different pairs of socks. So, good little fun little thing there. Most wickets.
Cut that.
Stats Guy's got plenty of socks under his bed as well, but he doesn't use them for
definitely cut that.
What are you on about, mate? I thought I saw you under my bed last night.
Who are you going with, Stats Guy?
Most wickets, I'm going Big Dorf, Behrendorff. He's not the most fun bowler. He's not the most theatrical, but he gets wickets. He was the
he was the bowler of the year.
Apparently, he was the Australian T20 bowler of the year last season. Genuinely, though, he knows how to gets wickets. He gets wickets all the time at Optus Stadium. He just is an underrated performer other than that award that he got. No one really talks about him. He rocks up to the Scorchers every year and gets lots of wickets.
Bit of an underrated performer. He's got the men's 2020 bowler of the year award.
No one gives a crap about that award, or maybe except for us when we talk about it. But yeah, Big Dorf, I reckon he's going to get the most wickets, especially with Jai. That you don't know, his shoulder's going to pop out after 3 balls.
No, it's not, mate. Back him in. Have some faith in him.
No, I've had enough faith in him. I'm done. I'm done, mate.
Guy Richardson literally saved my life.
Did he?
Okay, let's hear this. Come on.
He rediscovered my love for cricket.
Oh my god!
It saved
when
me.
he goes down injured. What is it? You were on your knees in Coles or something? When he goes down injured.
I just go over to the local church and just pray.
He's not a religious man, but he is for Guy Richardson. There you go. All right, predictions before this goes out of hand. Scorchers vs Stars. Surely the Scorchers just smoke them.
Scorchers.
Can't tip against them.
Can't tip against them, no. And unless they play maybe the Heat, Renegades, or Sixers, I think are the best challenges for them. Is that what we said in our preview? Maybe not at home, though. Not at home.
They're probably...
Marcus doesn't think Sixers, though.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're washed.
You said strikers, actually, yeah. There you go. All right, that's the preview for the first BBL14 opener. Let's get into it. This is my favorite part. Questions/fan comments. Starting with YouTube, I'll read out the first one just because I thought it was a little bit funny. Here we go. At Ahmed Adam 3031 says on YouTube, I would love to see Leo host just so he can find out how difficult it is. Shout out to Stats Guy. Thank you very much, Ahmed. But I will say it's not that hard. I'll be the first to say that. It is not that hard at all.
I have hosted a show.
And Leo has hosted. He did
and
it
is hard, I reckon. I reckon it is hard.
Oh, there you go.
But you've done it for 100 episodes. You should have it down pat.
Yeah, I still don't. I don't reckon.
And he hosts football today as well.
Yes, yes, that successful podcast. Get around it. A Football Today podcast. Next one on YouTube at Pradeep Kumar UE1FS. Hello, boys. Big fan of your show. Thank you very much, Pradeep. And I love just how different your show is. That's what we were going for. As an Indian fan, I'm a bit concerned about Rohit's body language while batting, as there has been a problem covering his off stump and most of his dismissals are bowling top of off stump. What's your opinion on this? Good little question there from Pradeep. He's saying, he's not happy with Rohit's body language, which it has been down, and then he keeps getting bowled top of off. What do we think about that?
First of all, getting bowled top of off is probably a good way to go because as a batsman, you're like, that's a bloody good ball.
That's a peach. That's a peach. Unless you leave it.
Second of all, I do agree with Pradeep. I think he does seem a little bit down in confidence. Maybe a move back up to opening the batting where it might be his best position. Can play, even though it's a new ball, a tad more aggressive, and you can move Rahul to 5 to sort of anchor the innings a little bit. There's probably some merit in that, I think. But he did look a bit down in the dumps in the last test.
Yeah, I think I agree with Leo. I think it's just a confidence thing. He's down, and again, moving him up to the top order. If he's down on confidence and you put him down to 5, that's just so much more time for him to overthink before he comes in to bat.
Very good point.
So he'd be sitting in the pads overthinking. All right, well, what am I going to do for this? How am I going to get off the mark? Whereas when he opens, you see the best out of him because he's fairly aggressive. He does know when to tone it down as well, though. But when you're aggressive, you don't think, and I think that's the best thing for Rohit Sharma at the moment.
Yeah, bloody great analysis, lads. Like we said, nuggets of knowledge, very, very good. I agree with you too. I think putting him at 5 has probably not helped his mental state. I do think they're going to keep him there because Rahul hasn't been too bad. Like anyone opening against the pink ball is not going to do that well, as we've noticed for so many years.
Can I pose something to you, lads?
Sure.
If you put Rahul at 5.
Yep.
And then say you've got the situation of Rahul and Reddy batting together. Reddy's been batting with the tail and he's looked great. But if you put him with someone who's solid, compact like Rahul, could that see Reddy get a bigger score?
That's not a bad shot.
Frustrate the Aussie bowlers a little bit more. It is a very unique scenario I'm preparing for here. But it's someone to sort of because the top order for India they've gotten good starts, but then they sort of fall away the more they bat.
Yeah,
could be one to just anchor their innings a little bit more.
Good shout.
It's the yin and yang. One can slow it down, one can speed it up. Whereas if you have both yangs in there, then it could get all over the shop.
You know what they say? You can't have both yangs.
Honestly, I think if you're going to move KL Rahul to 5, I think it's probably just worth bringing in Jarrell and dropping KL Rahul.
Really?
Oh, I don't know about that, but
I know it's a bit harsh, but.
I know what you're trying to say, because Rahul is an opener, where he probably is still more effective opening than 5. But Leo,
I guess KL Rahul does bring that experience as well into the middle order. So either way, it's going to be strong. But look, we love Jarrell on this show, don't we? He's a bit of a fan favorite.
He is. He's fun to watch for sure. All right, last one we've got on YouTube. Orion Mandol 9654. He says, if Hazlewood comes in, will he get a fifer or no wickets?
I wonder what Marcus's answer
Fifer.
is.
I love the Hoff. I love that boy.
I don't think he's coming straight back in and getting a fifer. I don't think he's going to get no wickets either. I'm going to say, I reckon he could get 3 or 4 in the match. 4 in the match.
You might as well pencil like 8 or 9 down to his name because he gets wickets for the other bowlers because he's so good at the other end.
Point, actually.
So you might as well just put it under his name.
So he's easily getting a fifer in your opinion.
He bowls. I think I can't remember the stats off the top of my head, but he bowls on average 82% of his balls in Test match history at the Gabba have been dot balls.
Jeez,
82%.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's you pulled that out from somewhere, but fair play.
I was looking at his stats. I was looking at his stats before. I can give it to you in about 10 seconds, lads, if you want to talk some garbage.
The other thing I was going to say about cricket stats is there's this new AI. I need to find it. I'll find it for next show. It's like you can search anything on this thing. It's called not Crick AI. Crick Metric. That's it. I found that.
That's what I'm using. That's what I'm using now. He's averages 79.8% of dot balls at the Gabba, 84% in his last Test match at the Gabba were dot balls.
79% at the Gabba. That's unbelievable. Good stat, Marcus. I was not expecting
Economy of 1.79 last game at the Gabba.
That's a lot of dot balls. All right, that's a good way to finish. Good little stat there. Thank you very much to all the comments. That stumps for the Cricket Today show. Thanks to TABTouch. We'll continue this show on Monday. I don't think it's going to be the end of a test, so we'll be in the middle of a test. It'll be Day 3 on Monday, so we'll be talking about the test, talking a little bit about Big Bash. Big Bash is starting on Sunday night, so get around it. Get right around the show. Make sure you subscribe. We're still at the 2.17 or so on the subscribers on YouTube, so please get that to our goal of around 3K or even more. We're just going to be hopefully going through the roof of that. Send in any questions or comments. As we mentioned, we read them out every single show, the best comments. And yeah, we're going to continue to do that all summer long. Thank you very much to Leo.
Thank you.
Oh, Marcus, what do you want to finish off with?
You've underestimated our audience. 2.21 right now.
Oh, we're at 2.21. There you go.
Bang, gain an extra 40 so overall since the last show, which is brilliant. Keep the train going.
Love it. Thank you very much, Marcus. Thanks to Gerald for producing, and thanks TABTouch. Got the touch? Download TABTouch today. That's another episode of Cricket Today done. We're out. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.